Hello, my love.
I wanted to ask you how long it's been since you saw your brother after he left Nigeria.
It's been over 30 years.
There was a time of super stories and dancing in the rain. A time where we learned to play, sway. A time where we had faith in this Fuji house of emotion. A time where our biggest problem was Ugo si Ugo. A time where Onyeka Owegun played in the sky like a prophecy. One love, keep us together, keep us here. Even if people were leaving, they returned because home was worth returning to. But now, my nationality is a venom I want to spit out before it kills me. But someone is holding my mouth shut. This reality is the one nightmare you can't pinch yourself awake from. Shh. Don't let them hear you. Hi, I'm a Nigerian, giants of Africa, kings of jollof rice and descendants of Igbo spirits who pick slavery over drowning. We are a stubborn race. Rich smells, richer culture, richest government and poorest people. But that's not all we have. My country is also home to comedians, underpaid clowns, cleaning off their makeup with tears and turning everything we can't mourn into a joke. Like being kidnapped on your way home from school, or hearing an entire family was lost to unknown gunmen. May their souls rest in peace. These grounds are unsanctioned blood banks and no one is coming to collect. The giant of Africa is gagged and bound on her knees, begging mere men for mercy, pleading, let my people go. But Pharaoh's heart is hardened. They sit on thrones made of blood and bones and play God. And in the presence of a God, you have to be quiet. Tower left because we have no rights. You are walking on eggshells. You might step on a crack and break your mother's back, but our mother has so many fissures she's rippling apart. To be Nigerian is to keep one eye on the news and the other on an escape route. Is to wait 3 days at the gravesite of justice, begging God for another resurrection. Begging God for another resurrection. When Jesus said, the glory of the latter shall be greater than the former, do you think he was talking about Nigeria? When Jesus said, the glory of the latter shall be greater than the former, do you think he was talking about Nigeria? Do you think we were put in that picture? Do you think this is the plan that God had for our future? Take me back. Take me back. Take me back to when the land was green again.
Deliciously dark. I like dark. I love dark. I think the beauty of our art is the fact that we can come out and tell the truth in hopes of changing what is to what we want. So I understood that. I felt it, though some of the words were lost when you whispered, but it was a strong and passionate performance. The end was a little bit abrupt, but I think it went with what you were saying. There was a lot of anger, pride, joy in what we are and what we could be, and what we certainly aren't at this time. I loved it. Well done.
Thank you so much. IK?
Well, from where I sit, it's never been really green. It's always been uncut grass. Sometimes it's bushy. It's been a struggle being a Nigerian, you know, but we love the country. We fight for it every single day. I like your style of poetry, and I like the topics you pick on. But however, I would really want to see you come with more light. You know, it feels like almost every time you always come from the dark side, you know. Yes, there's a lot of things we need to pay attention to, but there are joyful poems, you know. There are things that can bring, when you listen, you feel alive again. You get what I'm saying? So, last, good performance. I really want more from you because we are getting to the final stages of this competition, and I really want to see you on the show, so I want more from you, basically.
Thank you, IK. ID Kabasa?
Do you smile at all? Yeah, I think I like it this way. Well, I love the story, but sincerely, I've been here for a while. I don't agree with a whole lot of things that you are saying, because for me, the land has never been green. Well, I agree with the fact that you said when we talk about values, yeah, I will agree. But you know, the last guy that came that spoke about history, that now is going to be another history. Like Ike rightly said, I was actually looking for something more optimistic that will take me to a place of, yes, it has been dark, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. But that will not take away the fact that you told a good story. You did not just give us poetry, you also gave us a sort of short drama, and I could see different characters in a whole lot of things that you are doing. But I would love to always see you smile more so that you won't scare me off this place. Well done.
Okay, so I think it's a very daring stance to stay in the dark. I think it's a very daring stance to stay in the dark. However, to anybody who expects you to be brighter, ask, is there light? If you look at Nigeria, is there really light to be bright about? It's promising, yes. However, where I felt you could have taken me a bit more intricately into the past is in the further details, because in the end, okay, let me ask you something that I heard to show you I was paying attention. You said something about the Igbo picking slavery over drowning. Was that a slip of tongue?
I didn't say drowning over slavery.
So what, I think I heard you say the Igbo that picked slavery over drowning.
The line is drowning over slavery.
That's as regards the Igbo landing?
Yes.
Exactly. I didn't mean to point that out, but it may just also mean that maybe you're not in your entire element, maybe you're trying to remember, it may be abrupt. However, I think there can be better performances, even though this just lacked in that intricate detailing of taking me back. Because in the end, I get the clever play of taking you back, which is like old school. So take me back to the time where everything was simple. But you didn't lead me to that conclusion, even though I got it. However, it wasn't bad. Good luck.